Alright people, so this is getting interesting. As you can see, Paldea Evolved is now selling for over $1,000. So happy New Year everyone. Today is January 1st, 2025. And who would have ever thought that Paldea Evolved, Mr. P, would be selling for over $1,000. So what we're going to do today is look at the listings that are available in the American market. We'll also take a look at what is going on the European side and try to draw some conclusions. So what I found interesting is that, as you can see now, there are only available listings for 1,000 plus. And what makes it even more interesting is that, if I'm not mistaken, DG player fees are 13%. So let's say 1,100, you get 87% net. That would be roughly $950, right? Now, if I'm not mistaken, if you're buying, you need to add sales tax. Let me know, you guys American watching. But still, even at $1,100, it is a pretty hefty price. Now, what is going to be more interesting, people, is what is going on in the European Union. Now, before we do that, once again, you can see that there are no listings below 1,100. These are not relevant, I think, for the time being. There's plenty of Paldea Evolved out there. I see it in Facebook groups. But at the end of the day, I see people willing to sell in Facebook groups. I looked at a couple today. I'm talking about, again, American groups for $900 a case. So people are happy to sell $900. And here, when it comes to just loose boxes, basically it is a $180 box. I don't think we can deny that. And looking at volume, it seemed to be $200 box. That was the end of the first page. Here already in the second page, so I would guess that we are going to see Paldea Evolved at 200 soon. Now look, a few sales data, 175. So it is selling for $175, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it for $200 very soon. And by very soon, I mean by today's Wednesday, even by Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised at this rate. Now, what is more interesting is that if you remember, people, nobody wanted Paldea Evolved, nobody but Rudy and a few other people. But yeah, nobody wanted Paldea Evolved. This was available for, as you can see, for less than 600 a case. And just one thing, that I'll make a dedicated video about it, and that's going to be basically my strategy for the year to come. The only sets I'm interested in right now are Paldea Evolved, which I'm about to buy a case, and Surgeon. I already have both Paldea and Surgeon. I would just want to load up on those for the time being until we get the end of Scarlet and Violet. So hopefully by the end of the plan is by the end of Scarlet and Violet, so next year, especially Paldea will be pretty expensive, so I can sell some and finance other, let's say, sets. Now, moving on to the European counterpart. So as you may know, for the European counter side, I do have my bot that I developed, which is available for free just by joining the Discord. The link is down below. And I do have the data. Now, this is, as you can see, the supply chart for Paldea Evolved booster boxes. Now, as usual, what I've observed throughout the months is that every Scarlet and Violet set at least you will find available in the public market, on card market, between 1,000 and more than 1,000 boxes. Now, we are at below 400, and you may wonder, Barrett, what are these spikes? Well, there has been some, let's say, whales in the European market listing on and off a large amount of boxes. Now, you're going to see something in the Paldea Evolved cases data, which is even more interesting, but, I mean, did they really have those boxes available? I don't know. However, as things stands right now, less than 400 boxes available in the European market. Now let's take a look at price. What did price do? Well, from the 100 to the now over 120, this is the average of the 4 lowest listed. So it doesn't mean that you can buy 20 boxes at 120. No. But if you want to take a look at what is actually happening in terms of where the volume is, well, no worries. I got you covered, people. You can use the volume command, Paldea Evolved, and there you go. Just wait a second, and here's where the volume stands. So as you can see, between 125 and I don't know, might be 135, you have over 100 boxes, and then so most of the volume is between 125 and 140. Now you may wonder, okay, Barrett, but Still, it doesn't tell me if there's like one seller with 20 boxes. No worry, I got you covered. Use the command .frequency, if I can spell it, Paldea Evolved. Enter, wait a second, and there you go. Every dot is a listing. What does it mean? It means that, let's take this dot right here, for instance. It means that you have almost 40 boxes, so it might be 38. At what price? This price, so it might be 127. So yeah, there are still a few sellers with large supply. Now, yes, I understand this bot is pretty fun to play around with. But remember, people, if you join the Discord, which is absolutely free, and use the bot, which is also absolutely free, just please read the commands. So that way you don't waste time and you can have a more pleasant experience. Now, I think this is pretty interesting. Why? Because if you actually take a look at this chart evolving over time, supply is right now. Now, this 80 box here is from one of the whales I was talking about. But as I said, what is even more interesting is the supply for the cases. Why? Look at this. So there was this whale that had listed 500 cases. We're talking about 500 times 6, so that would be 3,000 boxes. Now, for American standards, there are not many. For European standards, there are a lot. 3,000 boxes listed. Now, is that realistic? Well, it's possible. However, as you can see, they're now gone, and that seller listed 80 boxes, not 500 cases. Remember, 500 cases against 80 boxes. So now what bothers me is that obviously the scale is all messed up. So you can't really tell. You can tell they've been selling. Hope you might not be able to tell if you're watching on your phone, but they are. But obviously the scale's all mixed up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. But I'll probably care about it. But that's what's happening. Price. Well, here's what price been doing in the high 600 for quite some time. I mean, 5 months, and it is moving higher, and I'm expecting it to move even higher as the market thins out. So that being said, people, that was an update on Mr. P. As you can see, we'll try to cover both European and the American markets to get a perspective of what is going on across the ocean, whether you're watching it is across the ocean. If you enjoyed this content, I'd appreciate it if you guys leave a like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on more, and I will see you in the next one.